Good morning, John here with Dallas Drainage Pros. Today's job is a waterproofing job, and I'm going to show you what it involves. So this house has a below grade room. Most of the house is at ground level, but this room on the corner sits 3 feet below grade, and for whatever reason the waterproofing has failed. So our job is to dig down to the foundation. We're going to inspect the stem wall and make sure we don't need to make any repairs to the concrete itself. And then we will go through and install a waterproofing system, which is going to involve liquid membrane, dimple board, as well as a footer French drain that drains to a sump pump, and then we'll exit at the street. I'm gonna pause real quick right here and take you to show you something that we discovered. Okay, so we received a call that this house was experiencing water entering the house when it would rain. And our assumption was that the waterproofing had failed for whatever reason. So we're just about 30 minutes into our dig, and we've already discovered at least a couple of reasons why it is failing. So one, these downspouts, they drain into the ground, and presumably it's with a solid pipe. So that's what you see there. But once we dug down, what we discovered is that this is draining directly into a corrugated, perforated pipe. They had installed a French drain right below surface, and instead of that gutter runoff draining away from the house, it was actually draining into this perforated pipe. So you see the holes in the pipe there, and what happens is when this starts to fill up, the water drains out. It goes directly into the ground, and so they were actually inserting runoff directly against the foundation instead of away from it. So that's creating a problem. The other issue that we found was that so they have dimple board here. You see the plastic with the filter fabric, but behind there, that's just exposed block. Some portions of this foundation have concrete, or the stem wall rather, are made of concrete. This right here is made of cinder block, but you can see it's just exposed aggregate. There's no waterproofing applied to this. And so you got to remember that concrete is porous. And so when exposed to water, eventually it's going to filter through. And so you can't just apply a dimple board. You've got to waterproof the concrete in some way. And so there just wasn't that even in place. Anyway, a lot of people do drainage, but we find that a lot of times it's just not done right. We are well underway with the new waterproofing system. This is the liquid applied waterproofing membrane that you see in gray there. That was missing in the previous install. We've got a couple of passes with that, so that's good to go. Just letting that dry, and then we can come back with the dimple board. Another thing to point out is we found a French drain, or what resembled a French drain, at the base of this stem wall here. But the problem was it didn't drain anywhere. It was buried what looked to be about the proper depth, but there was no exit. There was no sump pump. That's what we're installing here, because we need a lower exit than our drain itself. And just another odd thing about this install, it wasn't going to help the system to even have that drain the way it was designed. So details, details, details.